Hello there, wonderful people of the YouTubes. I am Seb, and today we're doing something a bit differently here. This is because some people have suggested to me that I might try my hand on some more blogging videos. Or vlogging, I should say, I suppose. But yeah, apparently some people are interested in learning more about me and what I am doing and what's on my mind. I am humbled by that because I find myself not that interesting, but yeah, let's give it a go and see how this does and how people enjoy these, if at all. Perhaps I should also bring back the Q&A things, which I did enjoy quite a bit. So if you have any questions for me, then leave them down below in the comment section and I'll go over them through a new video soon. As I've collected about at least 10 or so, then I'll put out a video. And if there's more, there's more. So anyway, quick updates on coming videos. I am busy with a new review for CDI. What game it is, you'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's coming out in a couple of weeks because yeah, it does involve some work. I'm not even talking about the editing. Other than that, I will try to have some more Let's Check videos as well. I'm actually planning on doing a whole series on Commodore 64. Need to make a little setup for that, but then I'll just go and play some Commodore 64 kind of live, see the experience of the Commodore in action, including the loading times and such. Although I will cut those out mostly, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. Just need to make a setup. Anyway, the topic of this video, I guess, is a couple of questions put on there by Herbieass-007. He put out a couple of questions which I thought were pretty cool. Most people have already gone over these, but I'm late to the party as per usual. But hey, better late than never, right? So let's get my drink. I've got some Coca-Cola today, which is good. I like my Coke. So come share a Coke with me and let's go to the first question. Take it away, Herbieass-007.
Who is your default Mario Kart character?
Alright, so Mario Kart. Honestly, I haven't played that much of the Mario Kart series. I was a huge fan of the first game on the SNES. Played it quite a bit with my cousin. But after that, Mario Kart 64 came out and I wasn't too thrilled about that one. I didn't like the graphical style. It felt a lot slower. Yeah, just not a fan. I know this is probably gonna piss a lot of Mario Kart fans off because a lot of people find that the best version ever. Not me though. And I haven't played that much after that. I have played sometimes, like the DS version. I actually played for a bit, the Wii version. Never played Double Dash. Should really look into that one because I hear it's quite good. And I haven't played the Wii U version yet, so you know, I haven't that much experience as a whole on the Mario Kart front. But from the original, my favorite character was Toad, and that was basically because he was pretty fast and he had good handling, which we all know, well, at least the people who see me race, is something I desperately need. Only problem with Toad was that he was well, he was small and, you know, every character you hit he would make you spin out, which was bad, but yeah, he was fast enough and agile enough to avoid any trouble anyway, so, you know, I liked him. And my cousin did as well, because we used to play as Koopa and Toad. So, you know, those were basically the same character group. But yeah, fun game otherwise. I love the original.
What's the worst game you've put the most hours into?
You ask the guy who makes videos about CDI games. I mean, seriously, where do I begin? Oh, yeah, this is... I've played some really bad games throughout my gaming career, I suppose. Oftentimes also about through curiosity, just to see how bad they actually are. But if you ask what game... Well, What game really stands out, and I've got it right here, but what game really stands out would be Dark Castle for the CDI. It is a horrible, horrible execution of a game. And why I say this is because not only did I play this when I was younger, because you know, then you didn't have many games and you wanted to complete the ones that you did have, but also for the review I did an honest attempt to actually beat it, and I tried for about 2 weeks to actually get through this crappy game, and I just couldn't do it. It's one of the rare occasions where I did not finish the game for my review, and I do intend to do that for, well, all the games I review, but sometimes it's just not doable, and this was one of the cases. It's not that long of a game, but the CDI just makes it impossible, and I must have spent those 2 weeks, I must have spent like 30 hours trying to beat it, and it drove me absolutely mad. Yeah, that was quite a thing.
What is your biggest hobby outside of gaming?
Shouldn't be a big surprise to anyone who follows me on Facebook, but yeah, this ball. It's my biggest hobby by far outside of YouTube and gaming, but it's goalball. It's a sport initially designed for blind war veterans of the Second World War, and it eventually grew into the Paralympic sport as we know it as goalball today. Yeah, I've played this sport off and on since I was 12. Sometimes I've had like 5 years where I didn't touch any of goalball at all, and well, now about 5 years I've been very intensely putting more effort into it, getting to a higher level. I've been with the mill squad now for about 2 years now, I think. It's 2 years or 1 year? About 2. So you know, that's kind of cool to wear your nation's colors in some competitions or tournaments. Not that we're good or anything, but you know, it's still cool to be part of that. Also, I said initially it was for blind veterans because nowadays more and more people who are actually sighted play this game as well, because everyone on the field is made equal by wearing blindfolds to prevent cheating, so everyone can really enjoy it. And I've discovered that a lot of people who can see just properly, just fine, they just enjoy it because it's so different. And for me it's an easy way to just have a sport, because there is no other team sport that really is available for someone with poor sight. Yeah, not at least here. There is five-a-side football, there is, I think, as well, but that's not available here in the Netherlands. So yeah, I really enjoy goalball. I train a lot, put a lot of time in it. And I also give training to some children, which is a lot of fun, and we're actually gonna play competition with those guys next year as well, so looking very forward to that. Anyway, yeah, that's my biggest hobby outside of gaming for sure.
Do you tone down your accent for YouTube?
As if I could do that. No. I am Dutch, which you can probably hear, although having said that, I have gotten so many comments over the years about my accent, and I've been made people have been thinking about a lot of nationalities, and surprisingly Dutch wasn't among those, especially apart from the actual Dutch people. They seem to recognize it just okay, but otherwise I've been made to be French, German, Italian, Indian, Irish for some odd reason. I don't know, all kinds of things, but I am Dutch, and I do my best to make my English as good as I can, but yeah, it's actually something that I set out to do with making this video. It was a goal of mine to enhance my English speech. I think I did a good job on that, but yeah, of course there's always room for improvement. Now, speaking of accents, I do tone my accent down in Dutch, which might sound weird because the Netherlands isn't that big of a country, but you'd be surprised how many accents we have here, some of which I can't even understand. But yeah, I do try to have proper Dutch accent, although most people I am in contact with will know very quickly that I am indeed from Rotterdam, although I can be much flatter in that as well. But I do tone that down because, yeah, doesn't make me sound all too intelligent at times. Anyway, in English, no, I do not tone it down. I would if I could.
An interesting fact the good people of YouTube don't know about you.
I don't find myself that interesting, so this is a bit of a tough one. I guess what... I think no one on YouTube's know this, maybe it's one or two people, but I'm actually well versed in the world of hypnotherapy. I know how hypnotism works and such, and I can use it. Do I use it often? No, but it can come in handy. I can be persuasive, I guess. And it's not all that scary. It's really much more like psychotherapy and the likes, which I also have a pretty solid foundation in. And I find that cool. It's great when you can actually help people with when they're mentally stuck at times. Although after having experienced a bit, I didn't really want to make more work of it because, well, you get a lot of shit. Not that people get angry with you, no, it's just that people bring up these heavy emotions, and every therapist can tell you, you will always bring home a part of every session, and I just didn't feel like I could handle that. But yeah, there's something interesting, I suppose. I know how to hypnotize someone, I guess.
If money wasn't an issue, would you just collect everything?
Now, I'd like to say no to this, but when money is not an issue, that is the big question, right? Will you still not get the things you would normally not get? I don't know. If money is really not a issue, then I see myself getting some things that I would normally not get now, like probably get a Game Boy collection. It's something I'm only vaguely interested in, but not something I will actively hunt down. But yeah, I really don't know. There's probably some things I would not get. But yeah, knowing myself, I would probably fall into a bit of a hoarding mode, I suppose. But currently I really mostly collect the things I really enjoy.
Do you consider yourself to be a collector or a gamer?
I'm kind of both, I guess. I do enjoy gaming, obviously. But it has diminished over the years a bit. I'm not too frantic about finishing a game, and there's actually a lot of games I haven't finished, which I kind of find a shame. I do want to, but you know, it's so time-consuming to finish all those games. But yeah, in that regard, I don't game every day, for example, but I do still enjoy it. So in that regard, I am still a gamer, but not as much as it's like 10 years ago, I guess. On the other hand, I do enjoy the collecting aspect as well. I've got a few games that are really not worth keeping, honestly, but that I still picked up for cheap. So, you know, there is a bit of that hoarding instinct in there. But there are for systems that I do enjoy. Although I have a bunch of systems I barely ever play as well, so you know, I am a collector a bit. And I also do have a couple of doubles, but I am not too concerned about having any of my items in pristine condition, as long as they play. That's my thing. I just want to pull them out, play them, and I'm not one of them crazy collectors where the box needs to be in pristine condition and you can barely look at them without them getting dirty. And that's also something like for NES, I am not going to collect complete in-box games. There's just no benefit to that for me. It costs a lot more. I'm just interested in the cartridges. Exception to these are where it's more common to have the cases, like the Mega Drive games. I do like the cases for that, because, you know, people would save those at least. PlayStation games and PlayStation 2 and such, I do like having the cases for that. I don't like having a folder full of CDs where you can just pick them out on. Because, come on, there's an option as well, which would save a lot of space. But yeah, that's where I do draw the line. When they're easy available, the cases, I do prefer the cases. But yeah, when it comes to those cartridges with cardboard boxes, yeah, not interested in those. So, you know, I'm a bit mixed in both. I'm not fully a gamer, I'm not fully a collector, but I'm a bit of both.
Do you, or will you, encourage your kids to game?
Yes, actually, if I ever do have children, then yeah, for sure, they will have some exposure to gaming. And I will definitely encourage that, especially with the old classics, which I really enjoy. So, yeah. I would like to have it in balance with also, you know, get them socially involved outside, not just being cooked up behind a screen all day. That would be bad. But I do strongly believe even, that gaming does have a solid ground in the development of a child. It can help reaction time, it can help hand-eye coordination, and you know, the educational games, like I explained in my pickups video, the V-Smell. Actually, CDI is really good at some entertainment for young kids. So yeah, I think it's good to have them exposed to gaming, but as with everything, basically, in moderation.
Will you be making YouTube videos in 5 years?
I'm actually more of a guy who looks at the present, and 5 years is pretty far from the present, honestly. So I just don't know. My basic answer is to this: if I still enjoy it, I will still do it. YouTube is a hobby of mine. As you've noticed, when things pick up in my life, I will step back and just leave it a bit. And when I have the time again, I will come back and I'll pick it up again if I still enjoy it. So far, I am still enjoying it. I love it. So I can see myself still doing it in 5 years, but yeah, I don't know what the future holds.
Shout out 3 YouTubers you enjoy watching.
Alright, here we go. This is always so hard, picking only 3 people you want to shout out, right? Perhaps I'll do a proper shout out video at some time in the future as well. It's been a while since I did that, and there's a lot of channels that I actually enjoy. But I'll just pick 3 now, and you can find the links down in the description. They are all fairly small, at least most have under 200 subscribers. I think one has in the 800s, although I'm not too sure. But anyway, they're all rather small, so you know, give them a chance. Check them out, and if you like them, do subscribe. I highly recommend each one of these. First up is Jordan Lloyd, who makes some excellent videos, pretty well produced for different systems and such. He does reviews, some top lists, and he actually not too long ago, about 5 months I think, he did an excellent video series on the history of Star Wars games, which was really interesting to follow and really highly recommended, so do check that out. I'm not sure how active he is anymore. He did seem to slow down a bit, but I do hope to see more of him, because it's very interesting what he does, so do check him out. Second, for the Let's Play fans, if you enjoy Let's Plays, someone who has not too long ago started up his channel is Dr. Novocaine. I've been really enjoying his playthroughs. He's pretty down to earth, sounds like a really fun guy. And yeah, just a lot of fun watching him stumble through some Mega Man hacks, which seem really hard. So, you know, there's a lot of deaths and such, and that's always a plus for Let's Players, I suppose. You know, some enjoyment out of our evil nature. But yeah, do check him out if you enjoyed it. Do turn your volume down a notch, because for some reason all his videos are quite loud. I don't know why that is, but I always need to put my volume down a bit. But very much enjoyed his videos, so do check him out if you like Let's Plays, especially with hard games. And yeah, Mega Man games. I can't even beat the normal ones, let alone the hacks. So pretty cool. And lastly, I'd like to give a shout out to Benevolent Dick Ness, or Benevolent Dick NES, I suppose, who does some really fun reviews and pretty in-depth reviews at that of NES games. They are very well edited as well, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So do give that a check out. And yeah, if you like some of the old reviews on YouTube, then you will really enjoy him. He's not that he's like the angry reviewers of the past, but some of that quality that the older reviewers had, he showcases, which I do kind of miss in a lot of videos lately. Most seem very off the cuff lately when it comes to reviews. But his really seem well produced and a lot of fun to watch, and I kind of miss that in the newer reviews from the older reviewing crowd. So, you know, very much worth a check, I'd say. And you'll probably subscribe, because he's pretty cool. Oi, so those were 10 questions. Pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed my answers, and if you have any questions for a Q&A video, then leave them down below, and if I find any interesting topics in the future I can do a quick video on, I will. For now, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care, bye bye for now.